Hey, good morning, everybody. Man, I tell you what, I am coming to you really super early, a lot earlier than what I normally would. And I'm running an experiment this morning to see how it goes. I'm trying this camera that we use for church on Sunday morning and what we used last night, what we used Sunday morning. And I got me a light set up. And so I'm kind of a whole different perspective from what you normally see. And so we're just going to see how it goes and see how I like it. And I'll take a look at this afterwards. And you all, when I ask you guys how it sounds and looks, you guys are always too kind. And you just let me know that you think, hey, it's fantastic, but it is Fantastic Friday, isn't it? And let's rejoice and be glad this is the day the Lord has made. And let's get that 2 minutes going and we'll just see where God takes us. One of the great things not the great things, one of the bad things that I do, and I tend to worry about this. I tend to just let things just roll over in my mind, and I think about it, and I study on it, and man, sometimes I can just get an issue, and I'll just stay up all night long. It seems like, I can go to sleep just like that. But then in the middle of the night, I'll wake up and there are times where I'll lay there for a couple hours. And my worst time is around 3:30. I like to get up about 5. I don't always make it. Sometimes it's around 5:30. But then if it's 3:30 and I'm laying there for an hour or so and letting things roll through my mind, and you've probably been there. What is that? We're just worrying about stuff and we're just letting that stuff just accumulate and just think of it. I read this book recently about winning the war in your mind. And man, I just thought it was great because all of this stuff does start in our mind, doesn't it? It does begin there. And so what do we have to do? Here's what we have to do. And this is today's quiet time. Is that we have to lean on God. That he says, lean not unto our own understanding, but trust him in all our ways and let God guide our path. Sometimes we just have to, let go and let God. Amen. And so as you go through your day and as you go through this weekend, and maybe you got something that's heavy on your mind and something that you're really thinking about and you're going, oh my gosh, what do I do now? And how do I fix this? And how do I do that? Maybe sometimes what you need to do, and maybe every time what you need to do is just stop and think a minute and say, okay, God, I'm letting you have control of this, not me. This is your thing, and I'm going to let you do it. And so when you do that, God just takes over. This is the great part about this, is that God knows every situation, every scenario, and that's what I do. I run through every scenario. What if this? What if that? What if, but God knows all of that. I can't see into the future, but God can't he? And so that's what we need to do. We need to not lean on our own understanding and our wisdom, because what have we done? We've said, God, you're not big enough to handle this. I'll do it. And when we do that, we're doomed for failure. I'm just going to tell you. And so let's lean on God's understanding and lean on his wisdom and let him direct our paths. And boy, it's a lot easier to say than to do. But I think you'll find that it will just be super helpful in your life as you just let go and let God take care of it. And stop the worrying. Amen. Worrying is a sin. Did you know that? It really is. It's one of the most sinful things that we as Christians commit. And why? What's the worry and sin? It's doubt and saying, God, you can't do it. I'll worry about it. Don't worry, pray about it. Amen. Hey, God bless you. Man, I hope this worked out and I hope it looks good. We'll see you next time. Bye.